What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm gonna talk about you know what I realized? So I'm starting to realize, like, as I'm getting older, I'm starting to mature more. I'm becoming more as an adult, more as a grown man. I'm starting to realize that, especially I'm doing the healing work and just seeing shit from an outside perspective. A lot of people, like, they're very like a lot of people are very immature, like, and I'm not talking about people younger than my age. I'm talking about like just adults in general. Like, most people in this world, they're very childish, like, in a way where, like, they lack emotional intelligence and they don't love themselves fully. So I feel like all the healing work I've been doing over the years, God putting me through a lot of, like, just a lot of, like, fucked up situations with, like, a lot of, like, very immature people that are very abusive and very dysfunctional. That they're all, like I said, they're very traumatized. They didn't have proper love growing up, so they're very narcissistic. To where they don't take accountability, or like they don't really self reflect. And they have an ego to protect themselves. I'm starting to see that more clearly, and that's a prime result of them not willing to do the healing work. And I can see how it plays out. How it plays out is, like, with these people, they'll play out, and, like, they'll always trying to find external validation, and they'll keep living life at such a delusional way to feed their ego in a way. So they could screw people over, they could burn bridges, they could burn opportunities, but because their ego is so fragile and they're so traumatized, their ego would justify it pretty much. And a lot of people live lives like that, especially women. Especially women. Um, I've noticed a lot of women are like that. Even, like, yeah, so it's kind of disturbing. I'm not gonna lie, but it kind of made sense. So me knowing this, it kind of made me kind of have peace with my past, because I was so pissed and I just didn't understand why, like, I kept attracting people who are just very, like, narcissistic and who wouldn't take accountability, and they're just fucking assholes. Um, just they done some horrible shit, and I realize is that it's just how they are. Like, they're, like, you can't really change them. I feel like, I'm not sure, because I feel like God kind of blocked me from seeing this, but I don't know, like, deep down, like, or like in the future, as they continue to do this shit, I feel like eventually these types of people are gonna hit rock bottom. Like eventually life is gonna really come at them in a way, and give them a wake up call, if they even decide to change. To where, like, I feel like they'll lose opportunities, they'll lose their connections. I feel like I've heard that most homeless people that you guys see on the street, I'm not saying every homeless person, but most homeless people, the reason why they're in that situation, because in the past, these were the same types of people who will, like, steal people's money, who will, like, take advantage of people and not pay them back. They'll burn a lot of bridges with people. They'll just burn people. They'll just use people, and they think they get away with everything, and they burn a lot of bridges, and they've ghosted people, they screw people over, fuck people over, and now they're in that situation to where now no one wants to deal with them, and that's how they end up in that situation. So I don't know if that's true or not, but it kind of makes sense. But it kind of, I have a more understanding now, because I was so pissed and confused, because I don't know what was going on. I was like, man, what's up with these people? Like, am I going crazy? Like, am I experiencing this alone? I probably am experiencing this alone, but nah, it's just like these people, like, they weren't properly nurtured growing up, and they're too weak to do the healing work. So they have a false sense of ego, and that's why they do the shit they do when it comes to them not taking accountability, not self reflecting, and just straight up being fucking cowards. You have a lot of adults like that, and I feel like the more you do the healing work, you can actually see that shit play out. I'm not saying I'm perfect by any means. I still have a lot of healing to do, but once you get to the other side of it and actually, like, reflect and actually observe, you'll see how far you've come. So it made sense that all the people that left my life, I do feel like it was divine intervention, without a doubt. And I feel like it made sense now, because I thought God was kind of was trying to punish me. I thought I was cursed, but in reality, I feel like God is just showing me that how damaged these people are, and if you don't heal, this what you will become. So God didn't want me to be subjected to that. So as I'm doing my healing work, God eventually had to separate my life from theirs, because I feel like it's part of my destiny. It's part of my path to be on a full healing journey. So I can't be around these types of people. These people were kind of meant just to show me how fucked up they are, pretty much. And as I'm getting older, I can see that shit. So it is disturbing. It is heartbreaking, because a lot of people, like, they are retarded. Like, they're very fucking retarded, to where I don't think they'll ever acknowledge the damage they've done to me. I don't think that, because they're too mentally disabled to realize that, you know? So I can't really take it personal like that, because it was so when I was watching this YouTube channel, his name is Chauncey One. Chauncey One, he mentioned that, like, pretty much if you're dealing with a fucking idiot, like, he can't really, like, take it personal, or like, you gotta leave them the hell alone, because the idiot doesn't even know they're an idiot. And I know it kind of sounds like it's a joking way, but it's some actual real shit. Like, it's some real, it's very real. Like, people, like, people are so narcissistic, they lack so much self-awareness that they don't even realize they're like that. So what's the point of, like, trying to get your point across to make them own up? You know what I'm saying? They're not going to do it. They're just not, because they can't even heal themselves. They can't even connect with themselves. They can't even get themselves a proper closure or clarity within themselves. Instead, they'll block everyone. The same way they block everyone out, they'll block themselves out. So of course they're not going to own up to their shit and all the bullshit they done to you. They could have, I had people steal my money. I had people steal my time and just ghost me, betray me time after time, and there's no way I'm able to get through to them to look at how what they've done has really caused a lot of harm to me. But they're not going to face it. I've never received any type of clarity from these people, but I don't think I'm ever going to get it. But now that I'm on the other side of it, I can see why. It's because they're just retarded, but also, like, they're just too damaged. These individuals, they're very damaged, and they're not going anywhere in life based on how they're operating. Eventually life's gonna have to hit them rock bottom. I don't know how it's gonna look for different people, but you can't really convince an idiot to you can't tell an idiot that they're an idiot, you know? Like, they don't even know they're an idiot, and that's why they're an idiot, pretty much. So it's frustrating. I just feel like I didn't deserve to be subjected to that shit. But in the meantime, I've been watching a lot of, like, spiritual tarot videos, only specific ones, and it's keep mentioning that, like, me and my soul tribe, like, we're gonna have, like, a lot of breakthroughs coming in. And it makes sense, because I have a lot of, like, money opportunities to where it can really change my life in a way. So I just gotta stay locked in, and and take initiative, and take those opportunities head on, you know. But I don't know, man. It's just when it comes to the relationship aspect, I just feel like I deserve to be around people who are on my level. I deserve to be around people who are very loving and caring, and people who are on just the same wavelength as me. That I'm not asking for too much, but because with this world, there's so many people who are very fucking narcissistic, it's gonna be hard to come across genuine people. So either that, or God purposely doesn't want, for whatever reason, doesn't want me to be around these types of people. But it's whatever though. But as I'm getting older, I'm not there yet, but I could kind of feel it as I'm getting more older, as I'm maturing, as I'm doing the healing work. I could kind of see it on the other side, on, like, okay, I could fully see these people for who they actually are and stuff. So it's easier for me to set boundaries and to not fucking deal with them, because I've wasted so much energy dealing with these people, and rightfully so, because if you're subjected to very narcissistic people, they're gonna they're gonna do a lot of damage to you. But like I said, because I've experienced so much of these people over and over again against my will, God really, I believe God placed these people into my life. When it comes to family, when it comes to romantic connections, even friends, just damn near everyone. I can see why. Like, I could really understand why they act the way they act, and I realize it's not personal. They're just very damaged people. I'm just more so mad at the fact that God even put me around these people. That's what I'm really upset about. But I guess everything is for a spiritual lesson and purpose. But honestly, man, fuck these people, man. But that's all I got to say. Have a good one. Peace.